All right, so this is a lesson that's talking about the five themes of geography and how it relates to Oceania and Australia in particular. In the last PowerPoint that I did, last presentation that I had for the kids, we specifically mentioned this, but I'm bringing it back again because it's relevant to the five themes of geography in relation to human environment interaction. So here's a cartoon that I'll show them, and then we'll talk about what the artist what their opinion is of the whole fencing in of the rabbits. But if you don't know what this is about, then let's talk about it real quick. So, first of all, I want the kids to understand this idea of unintended consequences. This guy who started this problem did not mean to start a problem, and why would he expect there to be a problem, right? So, unintended consequences is just a sociological idea that I'm sure, I mean, it's literally been around for as long as forever. But I just learned on Wikipedia, the great, great source of Wikipedia, that apparently in sociology it only came around in the 1900s. So, relatively new, I suppose. But again, it's just this idea, obviously, that, sometimes we do stuff and we don't mean for something bad to happen, or we don't mean for something good to happen sometimes, but it just happens as a consequence. So there's this guy in 1859. His name was Thomas Austin. He was from England. He brought 24 rabbits to Australia so he could hunt them. That's it. 24 rabbits, 2 dozen, no big deal, right? He just wanted to do something for fun. He liked to do that when he was back in England, so he was like, "Yeah, I'll bring some to Australia. That'd be fine, no problem." However, within 10 years, it says 2 million could be shot or trapped annually without having any noticeable effect on the population. Now, the reason why this is it's relative to that idea of mating like rabbits. So I learned earlier that I think it was two rabbits can have 184 descendants in 18 months. So just imagine how exponentially that increases in a very, very short amount of time. So, like this says, within 10 years of this guy bringing in 2 dozen rabbits, it created this huge amount of rabbits. Now, the problem with that is they eat, flowers and grass and all this stuff. And because of that, they were killing off a lot of those plants. And when you don't have anything holding down the soil, it makes it so that it's dry and so that wind can take it, and you have just erosion problems in general. The way that I always explain this to the kids is think about if you're on the beach and you kick the beach, what's going to pop up? Right? The sand. But if you go to a grass field and you try to kick at the ground, what's going to pop up? Well, depending on how hard you kick it, perhaps a clump of dirt with the grass on it. So you're not going to kick up as much and it's not going to go everywhere versus if you're at the sand beach and that sand is going to go everywhere because nothing is holding it down. So when you have rabbits eating all of this grass and all this vegetation, then there's no vegetation holding down that dirt. So that would cause what's called desertification of that land. So that would not be a good thing. That and they're just kind of annoying. So rabbits are adorable, but when you have millions and millions of them and they won't go away and they're eating your stuff, that's kind of annoying. So remember, in 1859, this guy brought in 2 dozen rabbits. Well, in 1887, the government of, I believe it was NSW, New South Wales, offered a reward of £25,000 for any method of success not previously known in the colony for the effectual extermination of rabbits, but none were found effective. Now I put that in a inflation calculator, and £25,000 in 1887 will be roughly equal to 2,950,000 pounds in today's money. And if we convert that to dollars, that would be $4,256,702.50. That is how big of a problem this was. This was a major, major problem. Why would they offer that much money if it was not a big problem? So then I'm going to show them this clip from Bugs Bunny. And I won't play it because I don't know how long it is. But I just a way to get the kids engaged for a second. It's that episode of Bugs Bunny where they have the opera, the Wagner opera, where Elmer Fudd saying kill the rabbit, So, what did they do about this? Well, they tried to shoot the rabbits, and then they tried to destroy the rabbits' homes by using plows and other things that would go like into the ground and rip up their homes. And in the process, when they were ripping up their homes, they would also rip up the rabbits, so that'd be kind of messy. And then they also used poison, and then they sometimes trapped the rabbits, but all these things didn't really make that much of a difference. They brought in ferrets. That's weird. And then fences, and most recently, I believe, is diseases, and they're still using diseases today, and they still have fences up today. Like all of these things, they've been trying since 1859, and they work to different degrees, but none are extremely effective as much as they wish. So I'm going to show them yeah, it is a video and a news article that's from this year. If you look right here, uh, to this year, sorry, in February, on the 5th of February. So that's this year that they're still having this problem. So this is the guy who released those 24 rabbits into Australia. And so I put this in here. He's like, sorry guys, doing a shrug. But check this out. This slide right now is going to make you envious that you did not have me as your world geography teacher. So here we go. Yep, Mr. Thomas Austin. Again, unintended consequences. Of course, he didn't mean to do this. Why would anyone think, oh yeah, if I bring in 24 rabbits, it's going to destroy Australia, so of course I'm going to do that. That would make no sense. So clearly this guy, he didn't do it on purpose. Why would you think that would happen? It just kind of sucks for him because he's known as that dude who kind of messed up Australia. What is it, like 150 years later? They're still having this problem. So kind of crazy. So thanks for watching, and just let me know what you think.